Ladies and gentlemen, Fourth and Forever, welcome back. Another episode this week. We are going to start going, programming note, we are going to start going to 2 a week. I guess this week, right? We're going to start doing that this week. I don't know if we figured out schematics for that, but
Sure.
my finals are done. My last day of class is Thursday, so I am done till January 20th. So I am a free man from the shackles of university. Yeah.
Congrats.
Very excited. So exhausted. The finals kicked my butt. But I want to hear how your guys' weeks were. Mason, I know how you're feeling, man. We'll get to you in a sec. Cameron,
I've never been so high.
Yeah, I've had a significantly less exciting week than either of you, I think. For all my
you do not know what I do, man.
no, I mean
am very boring.
for all my oil rig heads out there, tap in. I was on one of those for a couple of days earlier this week. I just finished a 5-hour drive back from Houma, Louisiana. Took a nap,
man.
and now I'm here
What was
for
the name of that town?
Houma, Houma.
Sorry, I heard that.
No,
I heard it
I was
too,
like, that's a
Mason.
crazy name for a town.
I was like, you know what, Louisiana, do what you want.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
that's-
moving.
Sorry, it's the accent I pick up when I'm
Mayor
there.
of
So, but it was good. I got to watch a couple of college games over the weekend. I was in NOLA for a wedding, so it was a good time.
That is good. Yeah, we had some good 11 o'clock games this weekend on Saturday. I want to talk about that later when we get to hoops because I have a little bit of a riff with it. But Mason, let's hear how your weekend went before we get into football talk.
Very good. I worked a couple of weddings, made some money. Can never complain. It's just cash under the table.
I
No
love
government
work.
involved.
I love working weddings, man.
I
do.
love it.
That's like
I worked,
that was my short time
sorry.
bartending. No, you're fine. I interrupted you. That short time I did bartending, that was like my favorite thing that I did with
Yeah.
bartend weddings. Yeah, the best.
The best was a Christmas party for these rich assholes in the Woodlands. If they're watching this, you guys aren't assholes, but I called you that. But they were like doctors and lawyers and like all these people, and they got fucking blasted. But they were all
The
staying at this
usual
dude's
listeners,
house.
Yeah.
But they were all blasted and staying at this dude's house. So I'm not kidding. They drank. They wanted me to stay extra. I was there until 2 a.m. Just
That's
fucking
awesome, man.
feeding these people and getting them all fucked up. And then the UFC fights were amazing. I had to watch them, unfortunately, while bartending, but the people were very cool and allowed me to do that. And then, Sunday Night Football.
Of course.
That was the fucking pinnacle of everything that
Was there-
my life has come to.
Were you nervous that Saturday, or were you feeling pretty good? Like, were you watching the games a little reluctantly, or were you just pretty ready to get on with it?
I was fucking. It took way too long to start that game. It said 7 p.m. start, and it was like 7:20 by the time it actually started. So I was just sitting there getting nervous, and I was already kind of getting drunk, just because I was kind of scared.
No time wasted. I love that.
Well, what was fucked up is the first half. I was like, oh, dude. We're gonna smoke these fuckers. It's probably gonna be 40-0 by the end of this game. And then that third quarter hit. I was very nervous about that, but at the end,
Yeah, the line was silent, Mason. I had to kind of text you for updates, man. You were pretty locked in, so that was
I was screaming a whole lot, which
But
is.
I don't think at any point you were probably feeling bad, right, or nervous, because I felt like as a standard buy watcher that like I don't know if I said that right, but whatever, but that like I was like, damn, the Texans have control this whole game.
That third quarter was where I was starting to lose it a little bit, but then they kind of brought it back.
Let's get right
We'll
into
talk
it.
about-
Actually,
yeah.
Texans 20, Chiefs 10. Obviously, the highlight of Sunday. My team was on a bye, but obviously the Texans needed to make a statement this week. This was the game that I think they kind of separated themselves in the AFC from the rest. I do think they are going to pass up the Colts without a doubt, and we have some news about the Colts here in a little bit. But let's get to the Texans first. Mason, what are your thoughts, man? Big win, 8-5, one win back from the division. I think you still have a game in hand with the Jags, if I'm not wrong. You still have one more to you play them one more time, correct?
No, we don't play the Jags.
You don't play the Jags anymore.
No, we already played them twice, which kind of sucks.
Did
in
you split the
grand
series
scheme
with them? I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. So
that's
so you
unfortunate
just-
because they're kind of sailing away with the
They're rolling
division,
right
and they've got a quite an easy rest of the year. But yeah, no, Sunday that game. I mean, everything was perfect other than kind of the
CJ played fine.
offense again. Yeah,
C-
CJ played good.
fine.
Mistake-free football. That's all I can ask for. Genuinely.
When you
If you're
can't
not-
lean on your run game, like you needed CJ to do what he did. He played awesome.
The major thing that sucks is Nick Chubb got hurt.
That pissed me off too.
I
That
don't know.
Pissed me off too.
I don't know the extent to which he's hurt, but that was definitely not very fun to see. What the fuck is going on with my my computer is showing me games from like 4 years ago. I keep typing in Houston Texans, and it's giving me games from like I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Reminiscent,
Yeah, what in the fuck is going on? Did my computer go back in time? No, perfect game. The offense scared me a little bit in the third quarter, like I said. We were very stagnant. I was hoping because they kind of made some good. The Chiefs made some good drives right before the half, and I was fully expecting the Texans to come out for that second half and just kind of start rolling, and then it was just dud. I think C.J. Stroud threw like 11 incomplete passes in a row, and we didn't. I think the third quarter we had -2 yards the entire quarter, so that was a little worrying. But defense played their asses off and saved the day yet again. I mean, those guys are incredible. Watching those guys play, man, it's just – and everyone's a baller. Azeez Al-Shaair got a fucking pick in the last minute, and I loved watching Travis Kelce get fucking slammed on that play,
Lassiter played really well.
Kamari was great. Jalen Peter had another great game.
Yeah, great interception too, right?
Yeah, watching him blast people is one of the highlights of the entire NFL season for me.
He is the goofiest player that wears the
oh yeah,
is it
the Guardian cap.
Guardian
What's crazy is he's never worn it before, but now I feel like he almost hits harder. I think he's got that extra padding, so now he's like, "Fuck it, I will put my head into this thing." Like I don't.
But his body size is way too small for that thing, so it looks like he's just wearing like a comically large helmet.
I saw everyone was calling like Toad from fucking Mario and
that's
shit.
What it looks like. That's so funny.
But yeah, no, now he's just blasting people. So I enjoy it just because of the simple fact that it just seems like he's really just throwing it all out there. That hit that he laid on Rashee Rice, motherfucker deserved it.
Deserved.
Very deserved.
Absolutely.
And very entertaining. The referees kind of had me scared there for a minute. There was a few, like a few of the calls that they made were
Who's
egregious.
The rookie lineman who kept getting calls? I keep forgetting his name. I think he's your starting left tackle now.
Oh, Arianti Ursary?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, he got a few. I cannot believe their line held up as well as they did. I know towards the end they kind of started giving up, but that's to be expected when you're going against the defensive line like the Texans have. But yeah, they had a third stringer starting at left tackle, the Chiefs did, and that guy held up pretty well on fucking Danielle Hunter, which kudos to that guy. He was the best one on their team that night. I saw Taylor Swift made an appearance 3 fucking times. I counted 3 times.
That's not a lot. Considering how much she
one of them,
sounds.
I didn't think she was there because the first one you see her, she's in a commercial that they play in the NFL, and then they showed her twice.
She was in the commercial. Oh, it wasn't
a commercial. No, okay. And then it showed her twice at the game.
Oh, so that's way less than normal. That's like.
Is it? Oh, I don't.
Yeah,
I guess. Well, and they didn't really talk about her, which was surprising because Chris Collinsworth had Patrick Mahomes' wiener all the way in the back of his throat. I mean, that shit was touching his guts.
I was thinking it. I was like, it sounds like he's kind of. It sounds like it's kind of a little bit like he's like maybe going a little too hard on him.
It was the most one-sided thing. He didn't say one good thing about the Texans. Anything the Texans did, he'd be like, "Oh well, Patrick Mahomes could do that. Oh well, Chris Jones could do that. Oh well, Chris Jones is doing it." It's like, what the fuck, dude?
There was a play that C.J. Stroud made like on a 3rd or 4th down. I think I don't remember, but. Chris Collinsworth immediately goes, "Yeah, little Mahomesy from C.J. Stroud."
Yeah,
like,
No, he said Mahomes was looking at that like, "I got a couple of those in me."
Yeah,
shut the fuck up, dude. Jesus. I mean, I had never heard anything that ridiculous and egregious in my life.
And you guys held them scoreless in the first half too.
Yeah,
pretty impressive.
And he was still talking about like, "Oh, these guys are gonna come back and they're gonna win." It's like, what the fuck?
And then at the very end, the best defense to ever step foot on the field.
Yeah, we were 10 points ahead at the end when Patrick Mahomes had that ball for the last drive, and he's like, "Oh, you can't count Patrick Mahomes out." There was like 2 minutes left in the game, and when they were down 10 points, and he was still just like, "Oh man, he's a fuck." I'm like, dude, oh my god, I cannot. It was ridiculous. It was driving me up a wall. But hey, hopefully never have to hear a game from him again.
Yeah, but you're 8-5 now, tied with the Colts final. And not only that, I think you're going to take that game from the Colts, but I really need to see it. Let's go into that.
Yeah.
The Colts, as of today, I don't know if did he sign or is he about to sign?
I think he's about to sign. I don't think anything
he did
officially.
Sign with the practice squad.
Yeah, maybe.
The Colts are signing 44-year-old Phillip Rivers. I can't believe I'm saying that right now as we're recording on Tuesday, December 9, 2025, that we are still talking about Phillip Rivers being in the NFL.
Poor fucker, dude.
Where did this come from, though, man? What a disaster.
You know where it came from? Joe Flacco's not available right now. That's exactly where it came from.
It's like we need a really old guy. Who can we get?
Oh, fuck.
Let's see if Phillip Rivers can step away from his 14 kids
Yeah.
to play the
Isn't
last
he
4 weeks of
coaching
the
high
season.
school right now?
He is.
I think
He's the
that's
head
what
coach of the high school team.
Yeah. I mean, their season's like probably over.
It's most likely over, yeah. So he just needs something to do besides hang out with his kids.
That's so sick. Just be like, hey guys, practice is canceled today. I got to go play Sunday and get back into shape.
Yeah, I want to see how much that contract was worth that they.
Gotta be
sorry, I
like
can't wait.
the most veteran minimum possible.
Yeah. He's paying them.
Cameron, do you got anything on the Texans win, man? Like or anything else on these games that we're about to cover?
No, I was waiting for the chat to blow up from Mason. It was pretty.
He was dialed in.
Right, it was pretty quiet.
I'm gonna let you know that is the most quiet I've ever heard Mason on a Sunday.
I was
Win or
standing up
lose.
pacing that entire game.
It was quiet enough that I was like, "Oh my god, are the Texans not doing good?" So I went down to like the hotel lobby bar, and then I see that it's like 20 whatever, and I was like, "This motherfucker's just like not talking shit yet. Like, are we so traumatized?"
We haven't beat the Chiefs. I think we're like 6-5 or
Less
one
than
and
that.
one
Yeah,
and
1 and
five or
6. I
something
think
like
it was.
that since Patrick Mahomes has been there. So that was fucking.
That was much needed, man. I'm glad
Yeah.
you guys got it.
No,
though.
it was a good one. The lasting image for me of that game will be the guy in the Guardian cap standing over Rashee Rice, just like in pain on the
Yeah,
ground.
it's awesome, man. Yeah.
I thought he killed the guy because when the way he hit the ground and then kind of just went limp, I was like, oh fuck.
I would say
that guy-
very emblematic of like the passing of the torch from the Chiefs to the Texans.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
This is the defining moment. This will be the start of your guys'
Thank
Super Bowl
fuck.
DVD.
And hey, the Texans are now the savior of the NFL. So all you other fans out there, thank us when you don't have to see the Chiefs in the playoffs this year.
No, honestly, that's another thing I had to say is like that. Like everyone should be thanking the Texans right now because you buried the Chiefs. Like, granted, on a down year, but you officially buried them now. There was no chance they will make the playoffs now.
No.
And like we have our first playoffs without Patrick Mahomes since
Which
he got
is
in the league.
insane.
Yeah, we won't see the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game for like the first time in a long ass time. So that's insane.
Feels good. Feels good.
It does feel good. It just kind of goes to show, man, that the dynasty is like maybe kind of falling apart a little bit. I think
I
Travis
think they've
Kelce's
taken too
probably
many hits.
Yeah, I think Kelsey's after that play, man, where he dropped that or he let that ball slip through his hands and it kind of sealed the game with that interception. I think he's done. I think that was kind of like the nail in the coffin where it's like
he had 3 really bad drops that game.
he did, and they all had really bad drops. Patrick Mahomes did not play bad, all things considered, besides like the interceptions. But I don't know. I just don't think he got any help from his receivers or his.
He definitely was throwing some pretty bad balls, but they were very catchable.
Yeah.
That defense is just oh my god. That's honestly the only thing I look forward to. I do not look forward to the offense one fucking bit.
Dude,
And whenever we get a turnover on defense, I'm like, well, fuck. I mean, this is just gonna be wasted time, I guess.
Thank God the
Fuck's
Texans
sakes.
are punting. Finally, we can get back on defense.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure-
keep saying we need to pick 6 if we want to win these games. We need pick 6s and fumble recovery for touchdowns.
I'm sure you guys have seen the graphic, and if you haven't, I have to go figure out who sent it. But it was basically a graph of NFL teams, how often they blitz, and then how often they disguise their blitz.
Yeah.
And it's like, the Texans do not give a fuck about deceiving you. They're letting you know they're going to blitz you, and they're going to get to your quarterback.
Deceiving your blitz. I love that.
Yeah, that graph was fucking hilarious. The meme that was attached to it was great too.
Chestnut
Fuck, I'll have to look
checkers,
for that
man.
later. Yeah. Yeah,
All
no,
right.
they have the lowest rate of like stunting and what the fuck is the other term? I don't know. Fuck it. They're ballers. Dogs.
Dogs. Swarm. All right. Jags 36, Colts 19th. We're moving on from the Texans. Very, again, Mason, congratulations.
Thank you.
We've been, like I said, we've been kind of waiting for this to happen anyways with the Colts, the bubble to pop. Either the Colts or the Jags, the bubble was going to pop and the Texans were going to figure it out. We just didn't know who. But it sealed the deal this weekend. Jags 36, Colts 19. The big news out of this game is that Daniel Jones, unfortunately, tore an Achilles. That's sad. I don't want to see anyone get hurt, but that's terrible news for the Colts, who had to go with Riley Leonard on on Sunday and didn't necessarily play terrible. Just kind of got thrown into the fire against a really good Jags defense. But the Colts need a miracle, unfortunately. And but the Jags hold on to first place, and and I had that they play the Texans one more time, but they do not. So my apologies. But
we play the Colts one more time.
One more time. That's right. It's the Colts. The Jags are really good, Mason, as you mentioned. Trevor Lawrence has played a lot better these past 5 weeks. I think since that devastating loss against the Texans, it was at NRG, correct?
Yeah.
Where you guys just pummeled him and made him look mediocre. But since then, he has played phenomenal at mistake-free football. They finally got their run game. The addition of who's that receiver? I'm trying to think of the top of my head who they got at the deadline. Crap.
Let's see. I'll look him up.
Jacoby Myers from the Raiders. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
They got Jacoby Myers, and it was kind of like a very under the radar move. Turned out to be really good for them. He's turned into Trevor Lawrence's favorite target, and you still got Brian Thomas Jr. on the other side too, and then
he's starting to come back to his old self.
Yeah, he's starting.
There was a stretch there where he looked like a shell of himself.
Yeah, but are you? I guess the only thing I really have, Mason, is are you afraid of the Jags? Like, is history repeating itself? Like, are we getting into a situation where it's going to be Jags versus Texans in the end?
Yeah, I'm not worried about it, honestly. I think our defense handles it very well. We didn't have C.J. Stroud the second time that we played him, so I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Davis Mills. I still think C.J. Stroud is better overall. The offense, they need to figure out something. C.J. Stroud also plays very well in the playoffs. That is like his time to shine.
That is true.
Statistically, he's just that first game, not the second game, because I mean we played like the Ravens and then the Chiefs the first time, which
that's when you fall into like the gauntlet teams.
This year, neither of those teams are making it, in my opinion. I don't think the Ravens or the Chiefs.
They're out too.
So, yeah, I think they handle them in the playoffs. I just think that the defense is just way too fucking good to let another. I mean, they scored quite a bit against us. I don't think the defense allows that to happen a second time in a playoff scenario. And then C.J. Stroud, playoff C.J. is immaculate. I'm not worried about them.
This is the year.
They are a great team, though. Liam Cohen has worked fucking wonders and just kept them in this race continuously.
He really needed to after that devastating blow to start his career when he did that Duval to us.
Duval.
Yeah, he had no choice but to succeed.
He also reportedly said that someone told him to say it like that. No one told you to go Duval.
Apparently that's how it's said in the song, but no one makes that face.
He said it fucking like a little freak.
It was weird. It gave me chills.
Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me, Mr. Liam.
Cameron, you got anything? Mr. Liam, that's weird to hear. You got anything, Cameron?
No, I think you've hit the high notes here.
All right, man. Well, let's
move on. Wait, hold on. I got one more. I do think they're going to be very dangerous in about 2-3 years, though. I think if they figure out the whole Trevor Lawrence thing, whether they keep him and try to reshape him or move on from him, I think what you have
now is what you get. I think the room for improvement is maybe not, I won't say out the window, but probably pretty close. He's hitting kind of his peak. He's 28.
Yeah.
So I think what we have now is what we're going to get, and Liam Cohen's just going to have to see what Trevor Lawrence he gets.
Yeah.
And that's going to be...
Which sucks for him.
That's the biggest gamble ever. My future depends on how well Trevor Lawrence plays.
It's betting your house on black and fucking roulette.
Row. All right, this game had big implications. We're gonna go small. We're gonna talk very little about it. Saints 24, Bucks 20. The reason I wanted to talk about this game was because obviously the Bucks are on a slide, and now the Panthers are tied for first in the division.
Woo!
And this is what gets my juices flowing. The Bucks and Panthers meet this week. And then again, so they haven't played each other yet. So we get them. It's the same thing with the Texans and the Colts. We get them twice now late in the season, where big implications are on the line. In this NFC, you're not in this tough NFC in this piss shit division, the NFC South. You're not going to get in with a wild card. You're not. You have to win this division if you want to make the playoffs, because right now the wild card teams, I think as it stands, are the Bears, the Niners, all at 9-4. So like you can't sneak in at 9-8 with a wild card spot in this NFC this year. It's a gauntlet. And I mean, no matter what team in this NFC South makes it in the NFC playoffs, they will be the worst. Like they will just be the worst team. No matter where the Panthers or the Bucks rank, because obviously they'll have a top 4 seed, they will be the worst team in the NFC. But I'm okay as long as if the Panthers make it, that's all I need. Like that is my Super Bowl. But I need the
That's my Super Bowl.
Yeah. But I'm on the other hand too though, as a Baker Mayfield fan, I'm kind of worried that the Bucks are not on a good projection right now. It's not looking good.
His stats were fucking awful.
Yeah, and the report is that he's got a hurt shoulder and he's been playing hurt. But the thing of it is like I just don't see that as an excuse, especially against the Saints who are 2-10.
Yeah. It's crazy to see the downfall of Mika Egbuka because he started the season off like this motherfucker could win Offensive Player of the Year, let alone Rookie of the Year. Yeah, it began with that, and now to see he's got 2 receptions for 15 yards.
He'll still win it with how weak the offense is. Unless Jackson Dart just like has a insane
but I'm talking about he could have been Offensive Player, not Rookie.
Oh yeah. Just like the Offensive Player.
At the start of that season, he was on a trajectory to fucking surpass anybody.
It was him and JSN, I think, in that top 2. Yeah.
And now it's just the fall off.
Yeah. But
are you a Tyler? Is it Shug?
Shook.
Do you have more faith in him or Spencer Rattler? Because I'm seeing a lot of people saying that they should go with Tyler Shug.
I've been saying that too. And I mean, I guess I kind of agree. But I did like the way Spencer Rattler is playing. Like I don't know. A lot of people are saying that Spencer Rattler wasn't good, like the time he was playing, and I don't know if people were watching the same game I was watching. I thought he was,
he performed pretty well.
He was pretty good
for the circumstances.
But Tyler Shook has looked pretty good. I don't know if he's necessarily like good enough that you want to give him another year and pass up on a quarterback. But that's what they're kind of leaning towards. I think our plan, Mason, with Spencer Rattler was just ride the train until the wheels fall off. But it sounds like that's what they're going to do with Tyler Shook. So good for them.
Which is insane. That's a crazy turnaround.
Yeah, their rookie quarterback, who by the way is 26.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I have beef with quarterbacks who like play in college for a long time, and people are like, oh, they're so good. It's like, yeah, they're grown men playing against 19-year-olds. Yeah. Yes, they're gonna be good. Like no shit, and especially if they weren't good until like their 6th year in college.
Yeah.
It's like, he really had that breakout year, his super senior season. It's like, no,
you don't understand the game.
I wonder what his degree is in because
he's a grown
he better
man.
he better have something nice just in case football doesn't work out because he spent a lot of time in college. If he didn't graduate with something crazy,
you better have a degree.
Yeah.
You can't be on that Stetson Bennett plan where you're there for 7 years and come out with nothing.
He's got a dual undergraduate degree in criminal justice and political science.
Those are fake.
Sick.
As somebody who has I have a criminal justice degree. It is fake.
It's fake.
That is legitimately my undergraduate degree. It is a fake degree.
You're talking to the communications major, buddy. So why don't you take a seat?
Oh, well, he's got a master's degree at Texas Tech, though.
Good for him. All right, because he's 26.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. He better have gotten something like that. Fuck's sake. He spent 6 years playing goddamn football. You better have a fucking.
But good for him. I'm not going to take that away from him. A master's degree is very hard to get. Good for him.
At least he's got a backup plan. That's all I was saying.
He does. You're right. He's going to be a cop.
You went from making millions to torturing people.
$30,000 in Texas.
But you get a gun. So
that's true.
Whoa,
you know how much power you have with a gun?
That's true. Doesn't matter how much money you have if the other person has a gun.
All right, let's move on. Bills 39, Bengals 34. I thought this was besides the Texans Chiefs, this was the game of Sunday. It was a high-scoring matchup. It snowed, and it was great to see Joe Burrow back until it wasn't. That very end, that fourth quarter collapse really sucked, man. But that defense couldn't stop a nosebleed, and the O-line was Swiss cheese. Joe Burrow cannot do it on it, by himself. But again, too costly. They almost did. It was very, very close.
He is so fucking good. It's disgusting.
I almost would love to see him on any other team because I think he could be the best quarterback in the NFL without question.
Any other team that gave a fuck about their quarterback and spent money, he would be MVP every year.
With a halfway decent O-line, he could be the MVP every year.
If he was in the Bears situation, if him and Caleb Williams switched out, the Bears would win a Super Bowl every year for the next as long as he was
Bears might
playing.
be undefeated right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, for sure.
Because he wouldn't be hurt because he's protected.
Yeah.
No turf toe for you, Joe.
Wait, I'm sorry. You mean that if your quarterback doesn't get hit 1,000 times a game, you do better?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, Cameron.
Yeah.
I know you're a basketball guy.
This is news to me.
A lot
I
of
thought
teams
you were
don't
supposed.
view it that way.
Notes, brother.
I thought you're supposed to let him get lit up like six times a quarter.
A lot of teams do think that. Bengals being one of them. They're like, fuck it, dude. Let him get sacked 20 times a game. We don't care. He's still gonna have 300 fucking yards and 40
He's
touchdowns.
a mobile quarterback. He'll use his legs.
Don't worry, Jamar Chase will catch 200 yards.
Yeah. T. Higgins almost
T.
saved
Higgins.
my fucking fantasy week. Very close, but 2 touchdowns at 92 yards and 6 receptions. Very nice. Didn't win this week, but hey.
On top of some other bad things that happened, Nick Chubb kind of was the cherry on top for my bad fantasy week.
Oh, really? You got Nick Chubb? What about Woody?
I did. Well, he wasn't available. I had to pick up somebody because I had McCaffrey on a bye week.
Ah, fuck.
It was a guaranteed loss, but I also really needed a win this week to kind of like lock my spot in the playoffs.
Solidify.
But I got to win this week, or else I'm not gonna. Or else it'll be the biggest collapse ever.
I am locked into the playoffs. Luckily, I think I'm 9-4.
Yeah, I'm locked out of the playoffs. So
Yeah, you locked out of your account.
I just wanted to be included.
All right, last game.
Who was your first overall pick? Lamar, right?
Yeah. Thanks for rubbing that one in. Just so you're aware, it was like Lamar Jackson, Justin Jefferson, Puka Nacua, like all of these big name guys. You're like,
Damn, Puka should have just carried you.
I would say they all can't fail. No, they did repeatedly.
Yeah, Puka just gets hurt a lot, unfortunately.
Yeah, he is the GOAT.
All right, last game, then we'll talk about hoops. Packers 20, Bears 21. All I have is that this was just a really fun rivalry game. It was one of the 3 o'clock games, and it was the only one I was tuned into. It was from start to finish exciting. Like, I just love a good rivalry. It was at Lambeau. Like, there's just something about December football. Snow's falling in Green Bay. Like, and it's just it was I think it was 10 degrees. Felt like 7 with maybe even less with the wind chill. That is just like the football I love, and that's
you
where,
can
like,
start seeing it too, because I know in the the Browns game, there were some moments where you could see snowfall. Oh, it's about to get good.
I love it, man. I need, I was pretty for that the teams keeping their stadiums, like everyone going to a dome. But I think now, like, if it snows, you have to like rip the roof off.
So you got to play the grown man game if it snows.
It's just so fun to watch. Like, no matter how low scoring it is, it's just so much fun.
I also just hate that people think that that's an advantage. For fucking who? Nobody's used to playing in the snow.
No.
They're like, oh, it's home field advantage. It's snowing. Nobody plays better in the fucking snow. It's impossible.
With a roster of 90% guys from Texas and Florida,
yeah,
Southern
and it's
California.
still impossible to not slip, not drop the ball. The ball's wet. It's fucking cold. I mean, it's for anyone to think that that's an advantage for the home team if it's snowing.
No, frostbite helps us, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, we don't even have fingers to begin with. We lost them long ago.
You can lose your pinky, as I found out a few years ago.
Yeah.
Man, but anything else on this crazy weekend besides Monday Night Football last night? I guess we can go a little bit into that. Jalen Hurts, big week for the win for the Jalen Hurts haters.
That was the most insanely fucked up game I've ever seen.
It was so sloppy. I don't even want to really talk about it.
That was
so
the
sloppy.
most sloppy. Let's see how many turnovers. So, hold on. So there was 5, 6, 7, 8 turnovers in total.
And I think Jalen Hurts had 5 of them. I think he had a fumble and
he had
2
5.
interceptions.
2 of them in the same play. I
That's
just want to
right.
point that out. He had 2 of them in one play.
The first time
Did you
in
guys
history.
Did you guys see the highlight of the Monsters Incorporated game where it was
Yes,
showing
dude.
and it was like
my
it was Mike
favorite.
Wazowski and he throws the ball to interception and then he gets it back and he just gets blasted and loses it again?
Yeah, so those of you who don't know, the NFL does these like gimmick broadcasts.
I love them.
Where
Dare say gimmick.
they are a gimmick. That doesn't
They
mean
are a
bad.
gimmick.
They're just a gimmick, and it's
so
like
fun.
sometimes it's SpongeBob, sometimes it's like other cartoons, and this one was Monsters Inc. Which the play was what Hertz throws it, gets picked off, the guy who intercepts
Sully.
Yeah, Sully picks him off. Sully, the monster,
Jalen Hurts
picks
was
him
Mike
off.
Wazowski.
Yeah.
Funny.
Sully
Hold on, I'm
gets
gonna find
hit
this.
and fumbles it. And that breaks the broadcast. Like the simulation does not know how to.
Oh no,
reflect
it
that
looks.
event.
It was all the players standing like a bundle, right, like on the ball.
It was awesome.
It was
great.
perfect. I love those games so much. They're just goofy and. I mean, hey, the Texans won last year because they put what's his face in the dirty bubble. Remember that was a huge thing. They were like they put Jim Harbaugh in the bubble.
I remember
That's
that,
when they
yeah.
lost. I
Honestly,
Hold on
love
a second.
it.
I'm pulling up this video real quick.
Yeah, sports should do it more often. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I wish they do it for like basketball. I think that'd be way more entertaining.
No,
in
they
basketball.
did. They
Oh,
used
really?
to do the gimmick. They did the SpongeBob gimmick back in like 2017, and I
Mm-hmm.
know because Larry Nance Jr. on the Cavs goes up for a poster dunk, lands, turns into Patrick Starr.
Oh,
and
whoa!
mean
What the
mugs
fuck is
people.
this? Wait, I didn't know you could do this.
Oh yeah. So this is
Oh, got him.
This is the X's and O's version of. Wait, was that it? No, I thought that was the double turnover. Okay, hold on. This is.
Wait, make sure
back-to-back
we can
turnovers.
play this on YouTube though.
Oh yeah, I might have to just go ahead and not play this.
Do you
I
have the
don't know
express
if
written
it's-
consent of the NFL?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
'Cause it's-
we're gonna go and stop doing that.
How could
Sorry,
you?
guys.
Anyways,
You guys just look it up.
yeah. Go watch it on NFL's YouTube page. Tell
Very
them we
funny.
sent you.
Very funny to watch like the highlights of this game
Yeah.
from the monsters.
I honestly
universe.
wish that they would put more characters because I know like the SpongeBob one,
Yeah,
it's
I
like
agree.
Patrick and but fucking
They had everyone. They had
Yeah.
everyone. Yeah.
There's so many other characters
And the
in
Toy Story
SpongeBob.
one too. They had way
Yeah,
more.
it
Toy
was the
Story was
same
the other one,
thing.
yeah.
That was my favorite
Yeah.
one, the Toy Story one. That was
One of my
awesome.
favorite parts was watching Dan Orlovsky be the character in the booth up there, and he's like moving his hands. And he's like, "What a beautiful day here at Monster Inc."
I think
It
he was.
like,
I
what
think
the
he
fuck?
was. What's that? What's the
Drunk?
villain?
Randall.
Randall. I think that's who
Yeah.
he was. I think he was Randall. It's so funny, Dan Orlovsky.
But yeah, why
was
did they
Randall.
add Randall to the fucking game? Or
That's what I
the
was saying. Yeah. Or
I can't remember her name, but the lady that I'm watching
The
you,
fat
Wazowski.
secretary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Boo, the little fucking girl. I mean, they could have added.
That'd be so cool. To
My
see
bigger
Yeti.
question is like,
Saquon
do you get to
Barkley.
pick who you're represented by? Does Jalen Hurts could be like, yeah, I want to be Mike Wazowski?
No,
Like,
there's
Yeah.
no chance. No chance.
Especially after throwing 4 interceptions, they're like, shut the fuck up. Next time it's his game, he's not getting no decision. He ain't
my
even going to be one of the main guys.
This comes on the tail end, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Of Jalen Hurts basically shitting on the offensive coordinator.
I have to look that up. Let me see really quick.
I believe you can check me if I'm wrong, but I believe there was something that had come out about Jalen Hurts saying that in his off days he's grinding tape from years past, seeing what worked for the offense, what didn't work for the offense, what the situations were for different play calls.
Whoa.
Where'd you
And
get
I'm trying
that?
to
so-
find it. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah,
And
I'm
I
looking
could
for it
be
too.
speaking out of my ass here. Very, very.
No, you're fine. But also, while Mason's looking for that, I do want to.
Oh, it might be A.J. Brown
I think it was AJ Brown.
Okay.
that
That
was
was it.
talking about the
That
coordinator.
sounds a little more familiar because Jalen Hurts he speaks like a fortune cookie.
I'm gonna say he speaks very much in riddles.
He's everything he says just
fuck,
sounds like
no.
it's like pulled from like a philosophy book or.
It's the whole like.
He's got a teleprompter. He has a teleprompter
He's
for
Russell
sure.
Wilson.
Yeah, it's like our
Yeah.
our greatest
It's okay
fear is
to
not that
admit.
we are inadequate. Our greatest fear is that we are powerful beyond belief. And you're like, okay, but you still got 5 turnovers. So
Jalen, explain the 5 turnovers, please. Please.
Let me center myself. All right, I'm ready.
And he always wears like the hat that's not a fedora, but it's like a, you know what I'm talking
the
Kangol.
about?
beret type thing.
Kangle, is that what it is?
yeah, Kangol.
That's which, by the way, he pulls off. But when
What?
he has 5 turnovers in a game, it looks ridiculous. You can't be wearing the Kangle hat. You search Jalen Hurts Kangle. Dude, how do I even spell that? That's so
Yes,
funny.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
the Kangol.
Yeah,
There it is. Yeah.
yeah. He's got a fucked up one. It looks like a beret almost.
Dude,
He
you've got
looks
to
like
you've
a
got to have
security forces at an
a
airport
certain
base.
level of aura just to wear that in general.
Yeah,
Like I said, when he's playing well, you can pack it and bring it.
Yeah.
'Cause
He's
no
a
one's
warrior
gonna-
poet when he's playing well, and when he's playing poorly,
Warrior
he's
poet.
like a wannabe.
It's like, damn, this dude's kind of corny.
He is from Houston, though. However,
he is from Houston. That's
I
right.
do give him love for that. But bad poop guy. He sucks. And I've been saying it all year, and it's coming to fruition.
Mason won this battle, but we will win the war. All right.
Okay, Jalen Hurts, let's sit down here.
I want to end the show with we're going to talk about hoops first, but I do want to end the show with talking about New Year's resolutions.
Well, his wife is hot.
I have
just like to throw that out there.
Can I add my favorite moment from this past slate?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah.
We were talking about Cam Ward last week.
Mm-hmm.
Big Cam Ward guy right here because we share names.
Mm-hmm.
There's a clip.
Your last name's Ward.
Fuck you. There's a clip of him breaking a sack by stiff arming the dude directly into the ground and then throwing the ball. That might be one of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen done on a football field.
I love that though, man.
Well, and it was just to get the ball incomplete, like he was just trying to throw it away. But he fucking just that was sick.
He took a guy who koala'd onto him, pile drove him into the ground, and then threw an incomplete pass, which is levels of disrespect that I am such a fan of.
That guy will never recover from that.
I'm starting to kind of change my tune on Cam Ward a little bit. I
do like him.
I thought he played well enough this weekend that I do. I'm starting to like him a little bit.
I just, like I said before, I think his team, what's around him, no coach for one, no real solid other offensive options besides maybe Tony Pollard might be the only option that is worth a fuck on that team.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he's done at least a decent job. I mean, didn't they just win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I spaced out. My bad.
What the fuck? Why does my computer keep doing this to me? It keeps going back in time.
Alrighty. So
what the fuck?
You guys got anything else on football before we move on to basketball?
No. I need to talk about the disrespect. That was it.
You're good. I got a little bit of college before we get to NBA. Just a little bit of college.
Oh, Shedeur had a good game. That's all.
Shedeur did have a good game too. He did. He did.
We'd be remiss not to talk about it. He did. Congratulations.
He did. No one else will talk about Shedeur, so we have to. Good for
and that's all you get, Shedeur.
Yeah, sorry. I won't cave in.
You still lost, motherfucker.
Hold on.
But you
the last thing we'll say on Shedeur, there was a card, like a card of him that auctioned off for like $50,000. His brother quote tweeted that announcement and said, "If you give me the $50K, I'll let you FaceTime him." So offers out there.
That's ridiculous.
Offers
what a
out there.
Stupid offer.
That's when you know you're.
If you really want to FaceTime Shedeur Sanders, you can give his brother.
Oh, wait, are you talking about is it the brother that was in the NFL but now is not?
Deion Sanders Jr.
That's so funny that Deion Jr. is the only one who didn't play football.
Yeah, isn't he just like a degenerate too?
I don't know his story.
I'm pretty sure he's the degenerate because he's got Milo Sanders, who was drafted by the Bucks, released, and he's got Shedeur, who is playing. But I'm pretty sure he's got one degen child that's just. Whatever, fuck it,
man. I don't know.
And let's go college.
I don't want to speak on that. With more research on that, I can comment. I don't want to slander a man's name without knowing his. All right, sorry. I want to get to college basketball just really, really quick. So big upset over the weekend on Saturday at 11 o'clock. We had number 10 Iowa State roll into Purdue and absolutely put belt to ass on Purdue, 81-58. Iowa State, I think they have kind of come out of the woodworks as the best team in the Big 12. Cameron, I'm really high on Iowa State right now, and that's crazy that they share a conference with now good Oklahoma State, Arizona, who's right now the number 1 seed, and then Houston. And then you also have BYU, Baylor, Tech, who are all playing really good. Arizona State's having a good year. Kansas is still in there. Like when Darren Peterson's back, I think he is already back. But when he comes back, regardless,
he's back. And then he had a flare up last game.
Is he Kawhi? Is he just Kawhi?
Talking about in terms of injury.
Yeah, just like everything about him, he just gives me Kawhi. Like his lack of playing, and when he does, it being tremendous. You know.
At least his issue, soft tissue issue, is not degenerative as far as we're aware. So, I've heard some people talk about his draft stock isn't affected too much yet. But you're right. the concierge at the hotel I was staying at this weekend, legitimately, we talked for hoops for about 30 minutes. I don't know how.
That's so awesome.
A big Pelicans guy, and he told me, like, yeah, dude, let's trade Zion because the best ability is availability. And, like, the same goes for a lot of players.
I love that tonight.
Yeah, I like that
if
guy.
you can't
Good
be
for
on the
him.
floor, it kind of sucks.
What use are you?
Yeah.
No, for real. Yeah, that's the best point. All right. And also to Duke putting Beltas on Michigan State. I think Cam Boozer is without a doubt now. Not only the player,
He's so good.
so good. Cam Boozer is not only the player of the year, but he will be the number 1 overall pick, guaranteed.
My note here is just Cam Boozer is as good as advertised.
Yes,
That's just all I wrote.
It took a little bit for me to get really fully on board with him because he did start a little slow, but he is now since then has dominated every game he's played in. And it's an incredibly weak ACC, so I can't imagine conference play is going to be much more challenging for him.
Yeah, you guys will come to find out. I have a weakness for like 6'9", 6'10" guys who can do it all on the basketball court.
No, it's the best type of basketball
Whoa.
player.
Right? It's the same thing as like, yeah, who doesn't? Fucking everybody loves him. But I saw him and I was like, 22 and 20. I'm in love with him. He had 18, 15, and 5 against Michigan State. I'm in love with him. Number 1 pick. OKC. Go
He's
ahead and draft
18,
him.
you sick bastard.
He's too young for you.
Not to be remiss, Jeremiah Fears Jr. Of Michigan State, that game. Very interesting stat line. I don't know if you dove too deep into it. 0 of 9 from the field. Did not make a shot, but finished with 6 points and 13 assists.
Hey man, gotta get your wins when you can, man.
Listen, that's a hell of a way to contribute, even when the shot's not falling.
I agree, man, because no one's gonna look at your field goal percentage when they see 13 assists on the stat sheet.
No, exactly. This is not me making fun of him. That's a hell of a way to contribute when
You're
your
like,
shot's
dang,
not
man,
falling.
good for you. Like you're a pass first kind of guy, and we like that. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough, man. Michigan State is still really good. I think I don't have the top 12 in front of me right now. But then I'll put a bow on this, and then we can hold on. Let me get
While you're doing that, Arizona State went belt to ass on Auburn. That was
Auburn might not be
game.
as good as we thought either. I mean, they lost their head coach, and I mean they hired his son Pearl. I know it's Bruce Pearl, but I don't know his son's name. But that hasn't. I mean, and Florida too. Florida's 5-3. Their big signing was Zay Lee from Princeton, and he's not played great for Florida, man. That might set them back a little bit. But yeah, looking at this top 12 as we look at it now, I think the top 12 is where you can kind of talk about teams that have a real shot to win it all. Arizona, Michigan, Duke, Iowa State, UConn, Purdue, Houston, Gonzaga, Michigan State, BYU, Louisville, Alabama. I think the line stops there. And then I think once you get 13 to I'll say 16, we got Illinois, North Carolina, Vanderbilt, and Tech. I think we have some...
Go Tar Heels.
No, hey, and I'm high on the Tar Heels too, man. I'm so excited for the first Duke North Carolina game we get. I might come over and make you watch that.
What the?
I might drive down there and force you
and pick
to
me
watch
up.
that.
Oh, okay. You're gonna come here. Okay.
No, I'm gonna force you to. I'm gonna tape you to your couch. I'm gonna tape your eyes open, and we're gonna watch. We're gonna enjoy.
So we're
Duke,
doing
North
some
Carolina.
Clockwork Orange type shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, I'm
Mason,
brainwashing you.
While you watch UNC, there's one player I want you to keep an eye on. A guy named Henry Visar, 7-footer,
He's
junior
awesome.
from Estonia.
So, I already
He's
love
awesome.
him.
He is,
I love
and
him so much.
I will put my name on this one. He's going to go a lot higher in the NBA draft than he has any right to because he's a 7-footer who can absolutely shoot the shit out of the ball.
Yeah.
If a 7-footer shows a little bit of athleticism, you're immediately a lottery pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great two-way, bouncy sort of 7-footer who can also shoot it, and teams are going to shit their pants trying to get him.
Yeah. All right, let's go on to NBA talk. We got about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we'll wrap up here. I think this was a pretty good episode so far, boys. Actually, we can talk a little. We'll talk after about what we want to do the rest of the week. All right, let's talk NBA. I want to talk first about my Memphis Grizzlies, guys. Cameron, since you joined the program, man, I think you've been my good luck charm. They were 5-11, no 4-12, I believe. When you joined the show, they were sitting at 14 or 13 in the West, and I thought the season was over. Ja had told people he doesn't love playing basketball anymore. that was
That's just what you want to hear.
that really tested my fandom, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I contemplated just switching. and just being like, well, I'm either going to pick the Spurs or the Rockets because I'm in Texas now. Might as well just. And it was literally like, how am I going to, like, why would I do that? Like, I can't do that. Like, and luckily I stuck with them, and thank God I did. Because holy cow, this 24 draft class of Jalen Wells, Zach Edey, and crap, who's the third?
Vince
Cam
Williams?
Spencer. Did I say? I said Cam Spencer already. No, sorry. No, Cam Spencer, Zach Edey, and Jalen Wells. All three who I think were their first and second round picks in the 24 draft. Don't correct me if I'm wrong there. But they've played awesome. Cam Spencer, I think, is fifth in 3-point field goal percentage in the league. Jalen Wells has played outstanding, and Zach Edey, I mean, has just been an absolute rebounding machine. I think he's averaging in the past 5 games over 10 rebounds a game. I think he's getting over 20 points. He's kind of turning a little bit into, I'll say, like a discount Jokic. It's and a little
wow,
maybe, yeah. Minus the shooting, he cannot shoot for shit.
He cannot shoot for shit.
He cannot shoot for shit. But holy cow, can he plays defense so well, and he can rebound very well. If he could learn to shoot, man, I do think he moves the ball around well enough, and he kind of opens up the court where he could be a player, not to Jokic's level, of course, but like that, you know, like a tall guy where you can maybe run the point. But obviously, Zach Edey's not going to be running the point anytime soon. But
yeah,
I just
I'm
looked
just
him
a
up.
little excited.
That dude
I'm sorry,
is
guys.
7'3". Holy
I have.
fuck.
I'm really
My
excited.
note
I'm
here
sorry.
for this segment is the Grizz are ... good ?
They are good. No, they are good. I'm not going
Well,
to let anyone talk me into. Hey, listen here. You're only one spot ahead of us in the
And I have
tournament
told
right
you
now.
that they're not going to do shit all season. I tell you that they're bad.
I said that too. I'm a Memphis Grizzlies fan.
No,
Duh.
further to your point, Zach Edey on the season, averaging 13.5 and 11, and Jaren Jackson Jr. 17, 5 and 2. Those two together give you about as much size and defensive rim deterrence as I think you can hope for. And Zach Edey does what Jaren Jackson Jr. will not, which is rebound the fucking basketball. So as long as you have them both out there, your trio of Jalen Wells and Vince Williams and Cam Spencer and whoever else you throw out there can survive. Absolutely, they've had a really good run, notably without Ja Morant on the floor.
I will say that's
and this is not me rubbing salt in the wound, though that is the actual title of this segment. How do you feel about that? Do you think there is a way to, because he's going to come back eventually, can you reintegrate that into the offense?
He's so good that like you don't have a choice. Like he's your number one guy facing your franchise. That like they're rolling right now. But is it sustainable? And like how far can you get without like a true superstar? You know, and like looking down that roster, we have great role players and we have players who have stepped up in a big way. But there's nobody who is like to the level of Ja Morant when he's at his best. But you kind of pointed out to me, I think it was earlier in the week, it pissed me off a little bit. I were like, the people were comparing him to like D Rose after his prime, and I was like, damn, you're kind of right. like he had those few good years, and this kind of I mean, for his sake, it's not injuries. It's just that he's just a horrible person.
Do you think it's
just degenerate?
Yeah.
Right. Do you think it's an archetypal issue where it's like explosive, high-flying point guard? And you kind of answered this by saying it's not injuries. Or do you think it's just like that they just play the same way, and also Ja Morant has these issues, so he's going to be compared to D Rose?
Yeah, and I made those comparisons early on in his career because he is very explosive and he is very fast when he wants to be. But unfortunately, the time he has played, he's kind of slowed down a little bit. He's not that old. I think he's only like 25, 26 years old. So like to hear that like a guy like that,
he could still be playing college football.
That's what I'm saying. He could be in his 6th year at Louisville. No, let me see how old he is.
He's 26.
He's 26. So we're not even like close to like how good he could be, you know. And it's so frustrating to see that, like, I don't know, maybe see him not like have a role in this team, even though like I don't know. It's hard to say like a guy like Ja Morant that you don't want to maybe throw in the mix, but it's also you said it, like, how do you? Like,
would you though say there was a good enough trade package? Would you be okay to see him leave if it benefited the team
Right now, it would have to benefit us right now. Like it
So
couldn't be
you wouldn't settle for a couple first round picks in the future. You want now.
I would only take first round picks from like a team like the Mavericks, Jazz, Kings, Clippers, the teams at the bottom like the Wizards, Pacers, teams like those.
If you were going to make that trade, and I'm not sure there's a team out there that would take
I was thinking about that too. Who would want him?
Just not even because of his personality issues. There's a ton of teams that will take that. His contract is insane for the production he's giving.
Yeah.
But if you're trading Ja, do you just go ahead and trade Jaren Jackson too and say like, fuck it, we push our window back?
Yeah, start the new phase. I think if that's the option that you go with, I think you have to go all in. And you really just have to bank on building around like Edey, Coward, Jalen Wells, those guys. But again, like none of those guys are like I hear their names and get excited that like they could lead us as far as we wanted to go in the playoffs.
Zach Edey, I'll give him credit, has done better than I thought he would in the NBA.
In that very weak class, he fell to 9, which I thought, by the way, was a reach. I hated that pick so much. I
thought he was going to be another big, slow college center who comes into the NBA and gets blown off the court. He's done fine. Like
he's been awesome.
You gotta give him credit.
And can I say too that like I've fallen into this trap over the years many times, where it's like oh, his game won't translate to the NBA. Where it's like maybe that's true. It's a little bit of a faster pace. You guys shoot a little better. So maybe like, but the thing of it is like if a guy's really good in college, don't try to gaslight me and tell me he's not going to be good in the NBA. I just like he was the 2-time player of the year at Purdue, got him to a national championship. They lost, granted, but it's like as far as his draft class is concerned, like if you look at like just on paper, he probably should have been like a top 3 pick. Like I'm dead serious. 2-time Naismith player of the year, was the best player in college basketball.
What draft class was he?
I believe 23. It was that really weak year where I think Alex Sarr went to the Hawks. Yeah.
23 is the Wemby draft.
Oh, that was Wemby. So maybe 24. Sorry, or 22. I'm not sure.
I'm pulling up the 22.
Okay, I'm gonna look as well.
Oh no, it was 24.
Okay.
We know our NBA history here.
Yeah, sorry.
Whoa, dude! So you were taking over Reed Shepard?
Okay,
Yes.
Sorry. Well, I said top 3. I said top 3.
So
Well,
Zachary
Reed Shepard
Risachet has not popped yet, and he was widely regarded as a pretty soft number 1 overall pick. Alex Sarr's done okay. Reed Shepard obviously is kind of starting to come into his own.
Cocaine Curry.
Steph Castle is
He's
top
been good on the
3.
Spurs. Yeah, definitely.
Ron Holland is okay. T-John Salon is starting to find his footing. Donovan Clingan was probably taken a little higher than he should have. He's been very good defensively for a bad Blazers team.
Mm-hmm.
Rob Dillingham is not getting run with the Timberwolves. I mean, yeah.
Jared McCann as well.
Jared
Dalton
McCain.
Jared McCain and Dalton Connect going back to back is kind of insane.
Khalil Ware was taken after. He can in a redraft. I think he'd go top 5 certainly.
Yeah. Okay. I'll concede to that. I think. But
Yeah, you better.
Oh, dude, this is the AJ Mitchell draft. Never mind.
Bad draft, man. This is a bad draft.
Never mind, dude. AJ Mitchell's in this draft. I think he's going number 1 overall if we redrafted this. I'm not even joking. Like, I think
Mitchell?
he might be.
Here,
AJ Mitchell, guy with the OKC Thunder now, who's lighting it up.
Yeah, maybe. But also too, he does play for the Thunder. Let's,
That's
Oh,
true.
it's the Bronny James draft, guys.
Oh, he should have went number 1. He should have went number 1. I will
Also-
say it till I die.
Also,
That's
the
fucking
Cam Spencer
backwards.
draft. So
No, that's what I'm saying. Cam Spencer, Jalen Wells. You went 3 for 3 in that draft. That
You did.
had very few good players in it. Very few. They
credit
probably
the
have half of
Grizz
the best class.
have always had a great scouting department, and they kind of extracted from this draft more talent than they probably should have come away with.
they scraped the bottom of the barrel, man, and they dug for gold. I loved it. It was, but again, 11 and 13. I'm not necessarily like riding my high horse just yet. We're still like the second last spot in the play-in.
But you are the high horse rider.
Dude,
Yeah,
I do
but-
nothing but get on my high horse, dude.
You're
I
2
love
games
my-
ahead of the Blazers, who I wouldn't expect to play much better.
There's
They're
no one
kind
at the bottom of them who I think is going to catch up to them.
Right.
So, yeah, I
The
agree with
Blazers
that.
are riding on Denny Advia, and if he has anything happen to him, they're going to plummet. The Mavs are starting to find their footing thanks to Ryan Nembhard and Brandon Williams and playing 80 at the 5. But again, I don't think they'd jump the Grizzlies. And then the bottom 4 of the Jazz, Kings, Clippers, Pelicans are good luck.
But I will say, every team above us would sweep us, without a doubt. The Warriors, Suns, Timberwolves, Spurs. I think the Suns are maybe the only team that we would get a win in a series. I think the Timberwolves, Spurs, Rockets, Nuggets, Lakers, Thunder would make easy work of us.
Yeah.
I think
the difference in these conferences is
It's stark.
insanity.
it's so crazy, man.
I mean, so the number 2 has 16 wins, so that's our number 5.
Yeah.
You also
Is
got
there
the
number
Thunder who
2?
have 1 loss. Insane. Undefeated at home.
That's so gross.
Who
Fuck
was the
them.
1 loss to? I didn't even know
Portland Trailblazers,
That's
in which
insane.
OKC blew a 20-point lead.
Nice.
that. Trailblazers.
Hey, honestly, the Trailblazers, that's the finals right there. You guys won. You did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
after the start to their season, they kind of needed that.
Oh, you know those fans in Portland were probably that's probably
that
all they
was
still
their
talk
highlight.
about. That's all they can talk about.
That has to be
We
one
were
of
that
the worst
one.
fan bases. A Portland Trailblazers fan.
Portland is a cool city, but yeah, that's
Have they
that's
ever
gotta
at any
be.
time been like a team where it's like, yeah, I'll just hop on the Trailblazers bandwagon?
Oh, they won a few times in
Dude,
the
they're
80s.
I was gonna
Trailblazers.
say,
Come
the 80s,
on.
they were really
the
good.
the Bill Walton Blazers were really really good, and then since then, the Dame Lillard, CJ McCollum was like hopeful.
Right, but that was like as high as it got.
Yeah.
Like, Dame Lillard. I think the Dame Lillard hit that shot over the Rockets in that Game 7.
Are you
No,
talking about the Dame time OKC shot?
It was OKC. You're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
He
It was,
sent home
yeah.
Paul George.
That's
and,
right. Yeah, that's
ruined the NBA because of it.
Ruined the NBA.
Yeah,
We can do
my
a-
basketball knowledge isn't very long, but I only recognize about 6 names, and they're all-time greatest.
Go ahead. Let's go ahead and give them to me.
Yeah, give
Clyde
me the
Drexler,
six.
Yep.
Okay.
Bill Walton,
Yep.
Damian Lillard,
Yep.
Scottie Pippen, which
That's crazy that he's in there.
Yeah,
It
that's
feels
That's
feels
insane.
weird.
Yeah, how can you
yeah,
claim
that's
him?
it. And Arvydas Sabonis.
Arvydas Sabonis, DeMontis
Yeah.
Sabonis' father. Yeah.
Those
Really? Didn't
are.
know that. Okay.
Oh, CJ McCollum.
Okay, just gonna say if
And
CJ
that's-
McCollum's in your top 10, that's
That's
bad.
That's genuinely. I mean, they've got a lot of. But yeah. Oh, Robin Lopez. I know that motherfucker.
Yep, Robin Lopez. Yeah.
That's horrendous.
Forgot about that too.
I don't want
No,
to
this isn't. This isn't top.
I don't
This is
either.
just.
This is making me hurt.
Yeah. This is.
I do have a fun question for you guys, which is when do you think the Thunder will lose next? Of course, me asking this means they're going to lose their very next game tonight. But I'm just going to give you their slate over the next month.
Okay.
I
They're
already
going to
see it.
play. They're going to play the Suns, the Clippers, the Timberwolves, the Grizzlies, the Spurs,
Twice.
the Spurs,
Yeah.
the 76ers, the Hawks, and the Trailblazers. That takes them to the end of the year.
Hopefully the Trailblazers.
Again,
Could
that
you
would be
imagine
so
that was
That
the
would be
next
awesome.
game?
That'd be so funny.
If I had to pick a team from this slate, it is probably one of the Spurs games,
Yeah, I was
simply
gonna
because you
say,
play them
yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
and consecutively too, and on Christmas
Yeah.
Day, that might.
That's the only team though that I could see that has a.
Well, there's one more. There's Memphis.
Oh, the Grizzlies.
Right.
Okay, so actually, I'll say they'll beat the Grizzlies, but they're gonna lose that because it's literally the next day they go to San Antonio. So I will say they will lose
You can
that
say-
the game on the 23rd against the Spurs,
All right.
and they'll bounce back Christmas Day.
Obviously, I know
Ooh, that's
we've-
gonna be fun. On
We've
Christmas.
talked this to
Right.
death. Will they beat the regular season wins record? Just go ahead and lock it in now, yes or no. The regular season record is 73-9. Do
Yeah.
we think they
I
beat
think so.
It would be fun.
I'm going to go with no, simply because I cannot stand to see that record broken by the Thunder.
Yeah, because I forgot it's the Warriors.
It's a Warriors record, yeah.
They're just so good right now, though. That
it's a Warriors record pre-KD, so you have to respect it.
Absolutely, yeah. That was an awesome team. That Steph, Clay, Draymond, that was their prime too. Harrison.
They just look so good right now.
Guys on the roster.
And
Harrison Barnes,
guys.
Andre Iguodala, yeah.
Speaking of naming guys, Danilo Gallinari announced his retirement, which is shocking, I'm sure, because everybody thought he had retired a long time ago. But 14-year career, good NBA player, averaged 15, 2, and 5 for his career. Just wanted to shout him out. Other things that happened in the league since we last talked. LeBron's double-digit streak came to an end. We don't have to turn this into a 40-minute session. I was in a hotel.
I always remember where you were when LeBron's streak broke.
It upsets me that everybody's talking about it, being like, he made the right pass. Yeah, he made the right play. This streak ended Game 4 of 2011 in the playoffs when he got locked up. This is a rant for another day, but it pisses me off how we do the whole, like, so many consecutive games with X stat. And we don't count the playoffs.
No, I was gonna say he got held twice under 10 in the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's.
And arguably, those are way more important.
Yes,
we should have a segment one of these times of all the moments that we hate the most about LeBron. We're all LeBron haters.
One of the Godfather.
I have a segment in reserve called "Things That Piss Me Off," and it's there.
Yes, we need to do this at some point.
Speaking of
segment.
Yes, speaking of things that piss me off, I'm just rattling off
or just
items.
Things that we hate. That'd be a good segment.
We can do it right now. I've got one.
Let's
NBA TV has a program that airs at 5:30 in the morning. I know because I watched it today at 5:30 in the morning, called The Association. It's with John Wall and Rudy Gay, two former NBA players. I have never seen two people seem less interested in talking about basketball in their life.
Can I say that, like, the athlete to media crossover, it's always the most funny with basketball players because they don't want to be there.
They don't. They never want to be there.
Yeah. They do not want to be there.
And basketball has the unique issue of all of the former athletes shitting on their current product.
Yes.
Like, look, Shaq and Chuck are really funny, but they just shit on every big man who is doing anything. And so John Wall and Rudy Gay, and I do not know the name of this white host because he wasn't in the NBA. They're both just
That's always two. There's always a white guy who's not in the league.
Right. There's always one, like, media-trained host trying to, like, egg them in. But they're both just sitting there, like, arms crossed. And the question will be like, so, John, you know, you played X amount of years in the NBA as a point guard. What do you think, such and such point guard needs to do to step up to the next level? And John Wall's just like, he scores the ball okay, but, probably got to look for his teammates more and get more people involved. Sick, dude. I can give you that analysis.
Yeah, right. You needed John Wall to do that? Pay me way less. Pat Bev, I was a huge Pat Bev show fan for a long time when it first started. Obviously now he's a terrible person. But even before, like, all that happened, like, his show was really on a decline.
What happened to Patrick Beverly?
Did you not hear what happened a couple weeks ago?
Oh, he choked out his sister.
For choking out his sister, yeah.
What?
Yeah. All right.
What the fuck?
It was in Houston, right? He lives in Houston.
Yeah, it was pretty nasty.
It's a pretty dark story.
But continue.
Yeah. No, but like it's just always like his host Roan, who I'm a big Barstool guy, as you know. So like his host Roan was giving him like a pretty good take on something that was happening in the league, and he was just like, "Yeah, bro, for sure," and just like kind of like an awkward pause, and just kind of like, "All right, well,
thanks for nothing." I guess.
And it's like, come on, man, like you're getting like it is like literally my dream to nothing I want more than to just make at least a living, like a very modest living, off just talking to a microphone, talking sports, and I would do anything to do that, And you got these guys, like I don't know, I'm talking on a soapbox here, and I don't know what any of these guys are going through at any time. Like I don't know what anyone's going through, but also too, it just pisses me off. Like it's like, come on, man, like give this your max effort. It's the only thing you have to do.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, I've been reading what happened. Patrick Beverly choked his sister out because she showed up late from a date with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
that's the
official
story.
How old is she?
She's like in her 20s.
Yeah, like old enough to not need her brother to choke her
Oh my.
out.
Both
Not that you're
Yeah.
ever old enough
off
for that
the
anyways,
ground.
Yeah.
Holy
He's
shit,
a-
Patrick
he's a
Beverly, you
bad person.
asshole! What the fuck? I used to
Speaking
love
of,
Patrick Beverly.
here's a segue. Speaking of bad people with domestic violence charges, it's weird how many NBA players have that. Another thing that pisses me off is the fact that NBA beat writers, sorry, that's not fair, writers who write articles about the NBA who are not beat writers don't know how to write about sports. Because I see countless articles that it is very clear to either ChatGPT or somebody was like trying to throw together something they remember. And what stuck out to me was I was reading an article about the Los Angeles Clippers, and they had a quote from somebody they called former Clippers star. I'll give you both combined 3 guesses to figure out who they are talking about. Here's a hint: the person's not in the league anymore, and they were called a former Clippers star.
Okay, so someone
Blake Griffin.
absolute irrelevancy.
Not Blake Griffin. That would be a correct, description of who he is.
Was it his
Oh
brother?
shit! So it's like a nobody.
Not a nobody. Not a nobody. You will have known this name. I'm not pulling like Nico Mannion on
Is
you.
it like Baron Davis? I feel like he had it sometime with the
You're
Clippers.
closer than I think you realize.
Barbosa? I'm just thinking.
Leandro
of him.
Barbosa? No.
Okay.
This
it's-
player also in the same season played for the Rockets.
Patrick Beverly.
No,
It's not Chris Paul, is it? That would be
not Chris Paul.
Okay, that would. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Wait,
that'd be,
in the
that-
same season,
in
played
the
for the
same
Rockets.
season. I feel like. Oh, God, I'm not.
I almost wanted
is
to
it
say
the
James
sixth
Harden, but
man?
it's
Is
not.
it that sixth man? Williams? Is it Lou Williams?
No, not Lou Will.
Oh, I'm about to say Lou Williams. Is
Lou
fucking
Will.
awesome.
This player also played when John Wall was on the Rockets. Remember that time? Everybody at home is
Actually,
not enjoying this.
I actually forgot about that time.
Let me tell you, they referred to DeMarcus Cousins as a former Clippers star.
Fuck.
I want to be very honest. He played half a season with the Clippers at the end of his career and did not do shit.
Well, who else were they going to get, Cameron?
So that bothers me because I'm a basketball purist, and look, there's so many Clipper stars you can get a quote on, or just say former NBA All-Star DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah.
DeMarcus Cousins is not in Clippers lore in any capacity.
You don't have to shoehorn that in. Like,
Right.
you know, he wasn't a legend here. Like, it's
Because
okay.
they literally go former Clippers star. That's just not what he is. He is a lot of things. That is not what he is.
Former
Has
NBA
never
star
what
would have
he's
been
identified
fucking-
as.
Right. He's been identified as a Pelican star, a former Golden
Sacramento
State Warrior,
Kings star.
a Sacramento Kings star. He's been identified as a domestic violence
Star.
felon.
Star.
He's the star of domestic
He pointed
violence.
a gun at his baby mama's head. He had his most recent professional contract canceled because he got into a courtside altercation. Like, there's a lot of things you can say about him. Clippers star is not one of them. University of Kentucky alum would even
True,
work.
yeah. Did he won a championship there too, right? So can you say NCAA champion?
If he did, you can. I know he was there with John Wall.
That's right. So they didn't. No, I think they got bounced in the second round. I think I remember they got upset.
I just looked up his name, and it just seems like he makes crazy takes.
Yes.
That's all his thing is. DeMarcus Cousins says his former teammate would be a good fit for the Warriors. DeMarcus Cousins rips Kentucky after ugly loss. DeMarcus Cousins offers rare and powerful concession. DeMarcus Cousins no heart.
Rare and
goddamn.
like Brett had said, the athlete to media person pipeline is strong. The athlete to hot takesman pipeline is even stronger. That's all he does.
Who's that guy on ESPN? Glenn? Is it Kendrick Perkins, who is just like a hot take factory?
We can go into that at a far later date. That upsets me
hate
so
Kendrick
much
Perkins.
because it's the worst takes
You
ever.
don't agree? Shador Sanders is the most important black man since Barack Obama.
I don't, but you know who I do think is the most
Get off
important
my
black
show,
man.
then.
You know who I do think is the most important black man since Obama? Jaylen Brown, who has
they're
led
gonna
the
say Will
Celtics.
Anderson Jr.
Who led the Celtics to third in the East.
That's impressive. They were supposed to be bad this year too.
They were supposed to be really bad this year, and instead they are third in the East, 15-9. And we can cover them very quickly. I'm doing this simply because we have been neglect of the East.
No, that's totally fine.
Sorry, this is random. But did you see who won Anthony Edwards' title for White Man of the Year?
No, this is actually way more important.
Let's go. Yeah,
Timothy Chalamet.
Okay,
Anthony Edwards,
a much deserving
White Man of the Year.
Good for him. Hey,
honestly, with the
Timothy
run he's
Chalamet,
on,
great. Yeah, I mean, sports fan. He
it up for
knows
that guy.
fucking ball. He's in great movies. People are. You probably. I know. Brett might know Esta Kid, but people are speculating that he's actually the British trap rapper Esta Kid, which would be fucking crazy and kind of makes sense because he's just a weirdo. But White Man of the Year, I would have given him that vote too. I mean, there's not many white guys that are still doing it like him.
When I saw him miss a red carpet event to watch the Knicks on his iPad, that's when I knew.
Yeah.
And also too his college game day appearance where he was breaking down Mac football.
Yeah.
I was like, this
and
is
he just hit
the
Soldier Boy on a fucking that Marty Supreme tour. He just hit a perfect Soldier Boy on the stage in front of that guy's sick. And she's not the hottest Kardashian, but she's top 3.
Look, you gotta hand it to a man who can land a Kardashian though.
Yeah.
And not only that,
you have to be a basketball player for the most part.
Yeah, or is apparently a big fan.
Yeah.
What if the Kardashians are just to their core ball knowers? And we just.
Whoa! Hold on.
Before we make any jokes, I'm gonna come back to the Celtics.
Yeah. Sorry.
Just look, it's too easy of a setup. Mason's brain is working on it.
My brain's exploded.
I love where he goes, man. I love it.
No, Celtics third in the East, led by Jaylen Brown, having an All-Star season. This was supposed to be a really bad season for them. Jason Tatum's out. They had to let go of KP and Drew Holiday. So it is Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Peyton Pritchard, Jordan Walsh from Arkansas.
Again, all still really good players.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm leading into, which is the Celtics basically use this season to find out if they have dudes at the end of their bench, and holy shit, turns out they do. Neemias Queta, Jordan Walsh, their most recent draft pick, or one of their most recent draft picks, Hugo Gonzalez. That's all. I just wanted to shout them out. Playing really well. They might fuck around and make the playoffs.
Might I say, too, right below them, the Raptors. When did Brandon Ingram become a franchise player?
I'm so scarred by him falling off a cliff that I don't want to believe it's real. But, God, the Raptors are playing good. Yep, they're playing good.
Another team that I don't think anyone had, really high stock on. And just a team that just is gelling really well together. You got 5 guys who just are playing complementary basketball. And I think there's something beautiful about that when it's there's not one guy that you kind of sitting around. It's 5 guys and their vibes. I love that.
I've got
that rhyme. 5 guys and their vibes.
I do. I've got 3 things we can blitz and then we can end it if you'd like.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's do it.
First one, obligatory as a sports podcast, NBA Cup preview. Hey, it's part of the gig.
No,
just
going
to run down the matchups.
You got it, man.
OKC versus the Suns. The Suns, we must shout out, playing really well because of one Dylan Brooks. Brett, how does that make you feel?
That pisses me off, man. Especially since after I think it was the Lakers who embarrassed us in the playoffs that one year, and and everyone was get ready to learn Shanghai, buddy, and then goes to the Rockets on a really good deal, by the way, and then plays extremely well. Yeah, and not only that, is just he's a staple now in the NBA. Every team would be licking their chops to get Dylan Brooks right now.
Right. Look, switchy 3 who will fight the other team's best player and who sets a cultural tone. He's a big reason the Suns have turned it around. He's a big reason the Rockets turned it around. And dare I say, a big reason the Grizzlies have also turned it around in the negative way.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, man, unfortunately.
Lakers versus Spurs. If Wemby is healthy, the Spurs probably have it. Wemby may not be healthy. Lakers may move on.
The Lakers also have a hand up on the Spurs already this year because I think Luka dropped 40 on him one game.
Luka's good. Yeah, Luka's basically going to just put 45 on you. You got to hope everybody else doesn't.
And then Austin Reeves as well been playing well.
Austin Reeves is going to make an all-star team. Austin Reeves is going to be a coveted asset. And every team, Mavericks, who did not get Austin Reeves when they could have, is going to kick themselves forever.
Did you see his quote about rounding up, at the University of Arkansas?
Yeah.
Where it was like, yeah, we're shooting 39.4. I would have rounded that up at Arkansas.
And the reporter tries to be like, well, it's not. He's like, at Arkansas.
Yeah, he's like, well, actually, no, you shouldn't at 0.4%. And he was like, well, we were at Arkansas.
Austin Reeves has grown on me. I used to hate him because he was a white guy on the Lakers who was getting a lot of fanfare. But he's just like a legit hooper. He seems like a really fun guy.
Yeah, dude. I love like the Lakers white boys of him and Connect, and it's just a lot of fun.
Dalton Connect deserves better. Free my man. He did
Free my
nothing
man
wrong.
Connect till it's backwards.
On the east side of the bracket, Orlando versus Miami, Battle of Florida. My money here is on Miami because
Really?
Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner went down with that gruesome-looking leg injury. Prayers up for him. I think it's only a sprain, but he's still out. Paolo's coming back. And then Toronto versus the Knicks.
That's a good matchup, too.
Yeah, it could be a postseason preview.
That's what I'm saying. That sounds like a 4-5 matchup.
That feels like a disgusting thing to say about the NBA Cup, calling it a postseason preview, but it could be.
But I will say, too, like, something that like I was very wrong about is this NBA Cup does like really like get the best out of these players because it's actually for something. It's like it's for money.
Yeah.
So they really do try a little bit harder, and we do get a better product.
It's not just cool courts. I was always a fan of the in-season tournament. I was going to trust Adam Silver to incorporate it correctly. And for the most part, I think he has.
I think so, too.
It's a lot of fun. You can tell there are guys who get up for it. And more importantly, if OKC wins against the Suns and then loses in the finals, I don't think that loss counts for their record.
Yeah, I don't know
think
how
that's a
it
weird
works.
quirk.
It is weird, but it's still pretty sick, though.
Anything else on the cup, or can I move on to me rage baiting Mason?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get to that. I'm excited about that.
I think I might have something on this whole Kardashian dating basketball players thing.
Rage baiting Mason.
Wait, okay. Mason's been doing his research. Please share with the class.
So the only thing that I found so far, which I've only done very limited research so far, it's been 10 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever. Lamar Odom.
Yeah,
that's why
we're familiar.
That was one of the first ones, I believe.
Tristan Thompson
dated.
Yeah.
Well, this is the first one. This is the first one that popped up on basketball players the Kardashians have dated. Lamar Odom.
NBA
Mason.
reference.
When did he win his first championship?
When he was dating them, probably.
It was
2009, the
same
same year that he started dating Khloe Kardashian. They dictate the NBA. I will find a way to fucking. I will find a way.
All right, put that in his head.
Brett, I think it's just very funny that Mason is researching who they dated. Meanwhile, you and I are like Lamar Odom, Tristan Thompson, like just rattling off guys.
Yeah,
I didn't hear a
literally
single
rattling
thing
off
that
a
you guys said,
starting lineup. Yeah.
and I was just looking up. Wait, what's the
Wait,
correlation?
Ben Simmons is in that group, right?
He is. You're right. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a point guard.
Ben Simmons, Thomas, Chris Humphries, Blake Griffin, Jordan Clarkson,
Blake Griffin. I forgot.
Devin
Griffin.
Booker,
Jordan Clarkson be a great
Rick
two
Fox,
in the Kardashian lineup.
James Harden.
Okay, hey, one of these
Harden.
days we have to do a Kardashian draft of like, could they
It's
be
Khloe.
a good team? Khloe.
They all dated Khloe Kardashian.
Yeah,
Chloe's
no,
the ball knower.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah, she's
Reggie Bush dated Kim. I wonder what years he was good in the
He did
NFL.
Kim. That was pretty.
What year?
recently.
What years was he good? No, it was 2007. Was he tearing it up on the field
no,
in
that's
2007?
exactly what he was doing with the Saints.
Oh no!
Yeah.
So they control the sports.
That's
I
exactly
think
what I
so,
need in my
man.
life.
I think so, man.
Oh
Unless
no,
they,
he only had 581 yards in 2007.
unless they just
Not
like,
very good.
unless they're just like, they just love being wags, like the wives and girlfriends. Like,
Yeah.
No, I just thought that was funny that the first year Lamar Odom won an NBA championship was the year that he started dating Khloe.
he was also heavily addicted to cocaine.
That will also
That
help.
almost killed him.
Speaking of
Cocaine will help.
addicted to cocaine, I think that's a segue I can use. Mason, I'm going to rage bait you here.
Okay.
Giannis trade rumors. Giannis has said he's not asking for a trade. The Bucks have said he's not available, but the news is out there that he had asked for a trade at one point. The Rockets have come up as potential targets. This is how I tied it into Cocaine Curry, but he's not going to pop up here. The consensus around the league is that if you are going to trade for Giannis, you're going to give up one of Şengün or Amen Thompson plus stuff, right? But one of those two has to be in it. Right now, the Rockets are 15-9 on a 5-game winning streak. Is that correct? Or did I put that on the
I think
wrong
they lost
team?
the last game.
They lost their last one. Yeah, that was the Celtics were on a 5-game win streak. My apologies. Do you trade for Giannis? And even if you don't, and I put a gun to your head and make you, which one do you give up?
Ooh, that's very tough. I do think that if Giannis is on this team, it would elevate them to a level unseen before. I still think if we were to, the point guard situation would still weigh heavily on them to win a championship. I don't think as good as Cocaine Curry, there you go, there's your segue, has been at point guard at certain points, and as good as Amen Thompson might have been at certain points kind of running the offense. I still think that is their main issue. However, this might surprise you. I would trade for Giannis, I do believe.
So,
and I would give up Amen
right
Thompson.
Giannis is so funny.
so just for everybody's reference,
Giannis.
on the season, he's averaging 29 points,
Yeah.
10 rebounds, and 6 assists.
Yeah, I'm trading him.
And
I would trade Amen.
You would trade Amen Thompson.
No,
Yeah.
I disagree. I think I would go Alfie.
Ooh, but he's just
It's more about who would be like who he would replace, because he would have to replace one of them, and I think it's where could he be? Where could he slide in easier that wouldn't like throw this team out of like a funk? And I think like sliding him right in like where Alfie is at like that 4 or 5 would be like a perfect spot for him. And I think you're getting an upgrade.
I actually agree with you there, but my reasoning is spatially, he and Şengün are going to sit on the same spot in the court, and I don't want to clog up Giannis. But more importantly, Alperen Şengün is that offensive hub for the Rockets. I want the ball in Giannis's hands as much as possible if I'm going to go trade for him.
Yeah,
that's true.
he's your number one immediately.
I wouldn't do it for LP.
I used to. When I say used to, I mean like as of 3 days ago when this was posed, I was like Amen Thompson, no doubt, because Giannis is just an upgraded version of Amen Thompson.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, KD's going to need the ball. Alperen Şengün's going to need the ball. Giannis is going to need the ball.
That's way too many scores.
Reed Shepherd's going to need the ball. And I was like, I guess I have to. I've got to keep Amen Thompson. Oh, no. But also, if Amen Thompson turns into like Giannis 2.0 and I just traded him away, I would cry forever.
I'm saying he's still really young, and you don't really know like where his ceiling's going to be.
But you do know where LP is. That's my only reasoning that I'd be willing to give up Amen over LP because.
And obviously there's no wrong answer here. So you would say that based on where LP is right now, you value that over whatever Amen Thompson could be. And this is not like a trick question. That's like a genuine.
I don't even know.
Rockets fan.
I don't know if I can answer that because I don't know. Like, I'm thinking based on what LP has done, I don't think he gets worse. Well, I know he doesn't get worse. Not saying that I think Amen Thompson has a chance to be a shitter all of a sudden, but I just think LP, no matter who you have on the court, I think he's an important piece that can be molded kind of to like whatever you need. Same with that's why I wouldn't make the trade because genuinely I don't think it would fix us. Like I said, I think the main thing is point guard. I think that's the only thing that can really fix this team is if we had a kind of a commander at point guard. It is fun, but
and to your point, Giannis without a point guard has historically been less effective.
Yeah.
When we got Damian Lillard, the Bucks were awful.
Right. When Drew Holiday was on the team, you could make Giannis's life easier. This parlays into potentially the last thing we talk about, which is it's a segment I have just underlined called Lightning Strikes Twice. It's an OKC Thunder pun. Please forgive me. The Thunder do not seem to be getting any worse, just for everybody's knowledge. This offseason, they have the Clippers pick, the Sixers top 4 protected pick, and the Utah Jazz top 8 protected pick. This draft, this year. So,
insanely
however good you think they are, they will get better. As a Rockets fan, when do you take your shot at upsetting them? Do you try and wait them out, and not to bring up bad feelings, wait them out like you did with the Warriors sort of thing? Or do you, if you do go all in for Giannis, just try to take him out now? Obviously, you're not going to cripple him forever.
Yeah. I think that would be the only way you could overcome them is if you could figure out something solid for your point guard and have Giannis at the same time, which I don't think there's really much of a possibility, especially considering you'd have to trade and blah blah and contracts. So I think they're just gonna fuck us up forever.
My concern, and Brett, please chime in. My concern would be with Kevin Durant on the roster, you have given yourself a timeline that is a little more immediate than the other young guys.
Agreed.
Do you just say, hey, I hope somebody else takes out OKC? Like, what's the game plan here if you're Raphael Stone?
It has to be the Rockets. I just don't know if there's really anybody else that could do it. Like, just looking at, like, the West up and down. Like, maybe the Nuggets. I don't think the Lakers could. But I do think the Rockets could. Like, I think with Giannis and maybe I don't know, maybe just the hypothetical where you replace Alfie or Amon. Like, if you have Giannis on the court, you're immediately a better team. Like, and that's like a top 5 player in the NBA. So I don't know. I think to answer your question, like, you have to do it now. Because the Thunder are not going to get any worse.
They're only going to get better
over the next like 8 to 10 years too. Over the next decade, like, they're not getting worse. Like, and there's just too many guys who have just like bought into that system now, where it's like it's going to take like a super team. I think like an Olympic style team to kind of knock them off. And I think Giannis going to the Rockets would be the answer to that. But I still don't know if the Thunder could be beaten even then. Like, that's just how good they are.
I would agree that you probably have to take your shot now. Interestingly enough, though, if we are talking about the Spurs, I would tell you wait. I think Spurs are young enough. You can let it pass. The rest of the NBA, sorry, thanks for playing.
This is their league now.
It's so apparent that it's their league that it's.
Yeah, the NBA is going to run.
There is no one that can argue that.
The NBA is going to run through Oklahoma and Texas, like, over these next few years,
which is disgusting to say. I hate that so much.
Oklahoma is the shittiest place in the entire world.
Oklahoma City is the worst city in the world.
It is. You can, because I drive by there all the time to go to work. Like, whenever I go work in St. Louis and all that stuff, I drive by there. That place,
it's so poor.
A shit stain of a city, and you can. It's like this little tiny, because the highway that you go north, it's so far away from the city, and all you see is this little shithole.
Yeah,
me and my dad worked there a couple years ago. That place just sucks.
There's no.
They have a waterway like they do in San Antonio, but their waterway is like, they're just such a shithole.
Very funny that they did that, like in the middle of Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and it looks like the same thing.
Oh my god! All right, do we have anything else on NBA, guys, before we wrap up and?
Nothing that needs to be talked about now.
Hit the hay. Yeah, no problem. Alrighty, guys.
Kardashians run the NBA.
Kardashians
Think about it.
Yeah,
that's your takeaway.
Think about it.
We got down to the nitty gritty.
The league is fucked. The Kardashians run the NBA.
We need one of them to start fucking KD this year. Come on, Chloe.
Please, one of you, please.
Let KD in that thing so we can win a fucking championship.
Let KD in that. And that's how we'll end. Thank you for listening. For the Forever. We'll be back sometime this week. We're going to start going to 2 episodes a week. Very excited about that. Until this Sunday, we got a good slate coming up this Sunday. We will see you then. Adios.
Later, motherfuckers.